Students, today we are going to discuss about carbohydrate chemistry. Carbohydrate chemistry or chemistry of carbohydrates. Under carbohydrate chemistry, we are discussing in this order. One is definition, biomedical importance, classification, and monosaccharides, oligosaccharides. In oligosaccharides, particularly disaccharides and polysaccharides. So we will discuss in this particular order, and I will complete carbohydrate chemistry in three parts. In the first part, I will cover definition, biochemical importance, and classification. In the second part, exclusively monosaccharides, and in the third part, oligo and polysaccharide combinedly. Okay. Now we'll start with definition. So, students, as the name implies, carbohydrates. These are hydrates of carbon. Okay. So they are generally represented as CN, H2O, N. If you see the proper definition of carbohydrates, they are defined as aldehyde or ketone derivative of polyhydric alcohols. So if you see the definition, their carbohydrates are defined as aldehyde or ketone derivatives of polyhydric alcohols, and they are represented as CnH2ON. If you take the example C6H12O6, your glucose, fructose, and for a carbohydrate, in order to follow this thing, it should have minimum of 3 carbons. So the simplest carbohydrate should have known have minimum of how many carbons, students? 3 carbons. Okay. So in that way, if you see in aldehydes, what is the aldehyde which is having 3 carbon? Yes, it is glyceraldehyde. In the keto group, students, ketone group, yes, it is your dihydroxy acetone. So this is about your definition. Now we will go about the second thing, biomedical importance. Biomedical importance of carbohydrates. Now the first thing, carbohydrates on oxidation will give energy. Okay. Now they are stored, of course later they will be used for energy in animals in the form of glycogen, and in plants in the form of starch. Got it? Now, they are the main constituents of your glycoproteins and proteoglycans. Don't worry about these wordings. We will discuss each and everything later. Okay. Next, your DNA and RNA, the backbone of sugars, are from carbohydrates. In DNA, it is deoxyribose sugar, and in RNA, it is ribose sugar, respectively. Got it? Now, the exoskeletons of arthropods are carbohydrates, and you're daily using things like lactose of milk and your daily sugar which has sucrose in it, sorry, lactose of milk and your sucrose which is present in the sugars are carbohydrates. Even carbohydrates are helping in the synthesis of many compounds like your fats, amino acids, so on. Even your blood group substances are carbohydrates. Okay, and when carbohydrates are forming, the cell walls of plants, we will quickly revise the biomedical importance of carbohydrates. They are helping in the oxidation so that we are getting energy, and they are stored in animals in the form of glycogen and in plants in the form of starch, so that they will be used later for energy production. And they are forming the constituents of glycoproteins and your proteoglycans. They are forming the backbone sugar of DNA and RNA through deoxyribose sugars and ribose sugars respectively, and they are forming the exoskeletons of arthropods, lactose of milk and sucrose present in the sugar, which are using in a daily basis, synthesis of fats, amino acids, so on, and blood group substances and cell wall of plants. All these are carbohydrates. Now we will learn about their classification. Classification of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are basically classified into three groups based on number of monomeric units present in it. Okay. Now the first group is monosaccharides, which has one monomeric unit which cannot be further hydrolyzed during digestion and absorption. And second group is oligosaccharides, and third group is your polysaccharides. If you see oligosaccharides, they consist of, as I told, only one sugar or monomer unit. Okay, usually they act as building blocks of all the carbohydrates, and importantly they cannot be hydrolyzed further. Got it? If you see the examples, your glucose, fructose, galactose, so on, are examples of monosaccharides. Now come to oligosaccharides, students. In few textbook, the classification is given as monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. It is mainly because in oligosaccharides, particularly disaccharides are of more medical importance. Okay, don't get confused in that part. Now, usually it consists of 2 to 10 monomeric units. Few textbooks told it is 2 to 9 meric units. As I told, disaccharides are of medical importance, are of biologically important. What are disaccharides, students? As the name implies, it has how many monomeric units? Yeah, di means 2. So it has 2 monomeric units. Okay, if you see the example, these include your sucrose, maltose, and lactose. Got it? Okay. Now we will discuss about polysaccharides. More than 10 monomeric units. Polysaccharides consist of more than 10 monomeric units. And in polysaccharides, we have two things. One is your homopolysaccharide, and another thing is your heteropolysaccharide. If you take the examples, your starch of the plants, glycogen of humans, and cellulose of plants. All these are cellulose of trees. All these are polysaccharides. So this is all about your definition, biomedical importance, and classification, students. We will see the monosaccharides, oligo and polysaccharides in the next class. Thank you. And classification.